Welcome back to Don't Get Me Started.
Woo!
Hey, everybody.
Episode 10.
Yeah, double digits.
I feel like we haven't recorded in forever.
Yeah, I know we've been posting every week, guys, but we batched a bunch of episodes because Heather was in Europe.
Yeah.
So it's been like 3 weeks.
Yeah, since we actually recorded.
I forgot how to set up.
Yeah, I was like, what do we do?
But yeah, we are back to recording.
Yeah, I'm Heather.
I'm Abby. I almost forgot that.
We always forget to introduce ourselves, but these are our voices.
Yeah. So guys, I know that I literally never have any life updates of substance. And then of course when we don't record for 3 weeks, my life literally took a 360.
Yeah.
Right,
so what happened?
Since the last time I saw Heather, so in the past 3 weeks, I took my own advice and quit my job.
Hard slay.
Yeah, episode 2 really said, don't get me started on how to quit your job.
Yeah, and it's literally 8 weeks later, and you were like, peace.
yeah. But yeah, anyways, I got a new job. I don't want to jinx it yet, so I'm not going to say much. But it's with a nonprofit that helps kids with critical illnesses. So
yeah, and in episode 3,
yeah,
our bucket list,
yeah,
you said you want to work for a nonprofit.
Yeah, so
guys, this podcast has like manifesting powers. I swear.
The other thing, another thing, I got a new car.
Yep.
Okay.
A Jeep,
not a Jeep Wrangler, like I said, because that was way out of my price range.
Yeah.
But it's still close. A Jeep.
Life works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Tell them what color.
Oh yeah,
like,
it's a red 2016 Jeep Compass.
Nice.
Yeah, it drives like a truck, but I need that. When I was test driving a couple cars, they were like so smooth. I was like, ooh, I cannot drive a smooth car.
You need to feel the bumps.
I feel unsafe in a smooth car. I know it should be the opposite, but I felt like I didn't have control.
Does it have like Bluetooth? Does the heat and AC work and stuff?
I think it has Bluetooth, but I don't know how to set it up, so I just put in like my transmitter radio into the cigarette lighter. Sunroof, obviously. I liked one car, but it didn't have a sunroof, so I was like, okay, I'm not getting it. Yeah, it has AC, which I haven't had AC for 3 summers.
Yeah, every summer, Abby's like, I could drive, but I don't have AC. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm driving. Yeah.
I feel so bad. Like, I will drive, but you're going to be sweating anytime we're in traffic.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like a lot of other stuff happened, just, like, transition and
the weather has done like a 360 since we last hung out too. It's so warm now.
And it was rainy the last time we recorded. And then the other thing is, besides Heather, I have another best friend. Sorry, Heather, not to make you jealous.
Yeah, it's fine.
Her name is Meg.
I can't believe you just touched me.
Yeah, I almost hugged you yesterday. That's how long it was, guys.
I was like, I kind of want to hug Abby, but
I almost did. But then,
you refrained. I saw you hesitate too. I saw it. You were like, and I was like, she wants to hug me.
Yeah. Wow. It was a long time. So, anyways, if you guys follow us on Instagram, you saw this next part. But Meg is moving to Rwanda with the Peace Corps. On Saturday, she's leaving. So, we went to New York, brunch in New York. That's like our favorite thing to do.
Oh, you went to New York?
Yeah.
I thought you were in Maryland. The whole weekend.
I'm talking about like 2 weekends ago.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, sorry. I missed 3 weeks. Okay, yes. Okay,
we went to New York, and if you saw, guys, I didn't see the Statue of Liberty, but I did see the green M&M dressed up as a Statue of Liberty.
Yes, which is like close enough.
Close enough, yeah. It's a bucket list dupe. So yeah, and Meg and I met up with one of our old bosses, and it was like so cute.
Iona?
No, we met up with him in the city.
Oh.
Like, and got a drink with him. And it was just so nostalgic. And I've been, like, literally since, like, May 1st. I don't know what happened May 1st. I've been so overwhelmed. So it was just so cute.
Yeah, oh, good. Yay.
But then, this past weekend, I was in Maryland.
Okay, with Meg again.
For her graduation party.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, now she's gonna go off to Africa
For 2 years.
2
That's
years
crazy.
and 2 months.
Now you only have one best friend.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
So yeah, I honestly think, back to what Heather said, I think that this podcast has been manifesting because
No, it really has.
the coincidences, like, we speak it
into existence.
I've never believed that before.
I always well, not always, but I think I started believing that in college. I was like, just speak it into existence.
Yeah.
We have literally been doing that on this podcast.
Yeah.
And it's been working. That's why, guys, the title of today's episode is Dream Wedding.
So
catch us in whenever our wedding is.
So we can, yeah.
I'm really hoping that it's this.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's mainly what happened. All that is like crazy that it all happened
that's so
in like
many,
a 3 week
that's
span.
so many different updates.
So yeah, my life took a 360. It's good.
Nice.
It, like I said, very overwhelming with like all the change and stuff.
But change is good.
Yeah, and I feel like my mindset is different now too. I don't know. I feel like I was like in a rut for a little bit.
I'm gonna say that in my life updates. I feel like before my trip, I just felt so, like, I don't know if stuck is the word, but I was almost feeling like very negative. Like I was always just like thinking of things negatively for some reason. Like I always was like complaining. But after I've come back, I was just like, I have a attitude of gratitude lately. I'm just like so grateful for things.
Yeah.
And I was talking to my sister Katie yesterday, and she was saying the same thing. She was just like, I'm just so grateful for life. And I was like, me too.
It's summer.
Sis.
It's summer.
It's summer. That's why.
Yeah, it's hags. It's a grateful hags.
Yeah, no, it really is. Cool. So that's all your life updates?
Yeah, pretty much. I want to hear about
Nice.
yours.
Okay, yeah. So I obviously was in Europe for 2 weeks. And a lot of the questions I've got from like my friends and family have been like, where's everywhere you went, and then like what was your favorite thing? So I feel like I'll just say that stuff because I could talk about the trip for so long. So everywhere I went was, so I flew in with one of my friends from Connecticut, and we flew into Dublin, and then straight from Dublin we flew to Biarritz, which is in southern France. And then our friend Abby and her boyfriend Louis picked us up, and they live in Bayonne, France, which is also in southern France. It was like 15 minutes away from the Biarritz airport. And it's such a beautiful, like, the Biarritz reminded me of like Southern California, where my family lives, but obviously like it's French and they have all the traditional like cafes and all that stuff. But it was a lot more like, I don't know if modern is the word, because there was like the buildings are obviously older, but it's a more like, I guess, wealthy area. Because like I went to Paris a couple years ago, and it's more like city vibes. It's kind of like the people from Paris come to New York and think it's cool, and like we go to Paris and think it's cool. It's kind of like that. But Biarritz was more like, it was touristy, but touristy for Europeans, if that makes sense. So like it was more local. I liked it a lot. And then for one day we went to this place in Spain, San Sebastian. Then after we were done with France, we flew to the Pisa airport, but then we stayed in Florence, Italy. And then we were there for 5 days. Then we went to Rome for a day. Then from there, we flew to Dublin, and we're there for like a day and a half.
Nice.
So it was very eventful trip. And I was saying, I had like absolutely an amazing time on the trip. However, I think 2 weeks was a little bit too long. I think if I could do it again, I would do 10 days. And that's it. Because literally on the 10th day, I got sick. I literally got sick. I was like, my body was just like, Heather, you are doing too much. Like, you need to chill. So, yeah, I had a great time, but I definitely was, like, kind of ready to come home. And like I was kind of saying before, the trip made me, like, I loved the trip so much, but it also made me, like, really, really grateful for my life I have here because, like, I started to get homesick a little bit, which is, like, I don't usually get homesick when I go on trips or on vacations. Like, in high school and college when I would go away with my family, like I never wanted to come home.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to stay in this place
Yeah.
forever. But for some reason on that trip, I was just like, I can't wait to go home. And like, I was like excited to go back to work. I was excited to see you. I was excited to see Gage, like, and see my family. So I was just like, wow, I'm so grateful that I have a life I like look forward to coming home to. Yeah. And then my favorite thing was in Italy, we went to this Italian woman's house in Florence and we did a pasta making class. It was so cool. We made this pasta from scratch. It's called pici or it's like pisci. It's Pici in Italian. I don't know how to like correctly pronounce it. But basically it's like a thicker spaghetti. But it's not like fettuccine. It's like it's different. It's more round. And we had that with red sauce and wine, and it was just so cool to be immersed in Italian culture like that.
And like I feel like in a house, like
yeah,
it's not
in
some
their house,
touristy restaurant that you're doing it at. Yeah,
yes,
that's so cool.
It was so cool, and the woman, she was so sweet. She was 4'7". Like she had to be. She was so like, you know how Italian women are always so tiny. Like she reminded me so much of my grandma. Like my grandma was, I don't think she was 4'7", but she was like 4'9", 4'10", maybe. So cute and like was always just like, oh, I was just so happy to be like immersed in Italian roots. So that was like definitely my favorite thing. But of course, like the whole trip was great.
Yeah.
I could talk about Florence a little bit too because I think I really liked the city of Florence. It was very, very walkable. Like the furthest thing that we would go to was like a 15-minute walk away.
Wow.
So like I really, really liked that. Because like when we went to Rome for the day, we walked everywhere because obviously we like didn't have a car and we didn't really know like the transportation, but everything in Rome was like 20 to 30 minutes away from each other, so it was just like so much walking. But Florence was like you could pop in and out, and like we could go back to the Airbnb for a little bit and then go back out. Like it was really like accessible. The only thing that I didn't love was it was very, very touristy, which like I knew about Italy, but Florence is like a huge study abroad city.
Oh, okay.
So like when we would go out at night and stuff to like the bars, like it was all like American college students. And I was like, I didn't really need to come to like, I'd rather be immersed in like the Italian like night culture, which I feel like you have to go somewhere more like local and probably not as like I don't know, like I don't really know where you would go to find that because I feel like a lot of places in Italy specifically are really touristy. I was also thinking about that when I was on the trip too. I was like, I wonder how much of Italy's economy is like dependent on tourism. It's probably a lot. Yeah. Like a really large amount, but
probably.
Anyway, yeah, so it was like really, really good, but like I said, I'm really happy to be back and just like be back into routine and stuff. And like also being sick while you're traveling and like having to fly. Yeah. Like I got sick and then I had to go on 2 flights. Yeah. And it was just like so horrible for my sinuses. I was like, I just like couldn't wait to be home at that point. But no, it was so good. Definitely a trip I will never forget. But yeah.
What about the friend you made?
Oh my god.
I don't even know the full story.
Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, so I'll tell the full story. So it was me and my 2 friends, Abby and Carly. And we went to one of the museums in Florence. It was like the Opera del Duomo Museum. And we were just like walking around, looking at art. And then this, I want to say like boy, but he was our age, came up to us and was like, "Excuse me, are you American?" And I was like, what gave it away? But no, I think he heard us talking. Yeah. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, have you heard of Little Rock, Alabama? And I was like, Little Rock, Arkansas? And he was like, oh, yeah, Little Rock, Arkansas. And I was like, yeah, I've heard of it. Why? What? And he was like, well, I might get transferred there for work, like for my company. And I was like, oh. And I literally know nothing about Little Rock, Arizona. Or what? I know nothing about Little Rock, Arkansas. And so he was like, is it a cool city? Like, I want to know if it's worth moving there. And then Abby, Beamer, and like Carly were over here at this point. So Abby's like Abby was like saying stuff. She's like, I'm sure it's like cool. And then Carly's like, I gotta be honest, the three of us know literally nothing about Little Rock, Arkansas. Because I feel like we were trying to be like, yeah, it's cool, but in all honesty, I was like, I know absolutely nothing. I don't know.
Told him it was pronounced Arkansas.
Well, that's how he was pronouncing it, and we were like, saw, and he was like, Arkansas. Like, the French accent is so different than what, like, how the English pronounce things, so it's like very difficult to grasp. Yeah. Wait, but just to set the scene of this boy, he was honestly like the cutest thing ever, and not in like a cute, like, I don't know if he'll listen to this podcast.
I don't think so, Heather. I think we're good.
No, he follows my Instagram.
Oh, hey, boy.
Yeah. Wait, so, but he was like just so sweet and like very friendly,
like
and
baby
like
cute, or
yeah,
like, okay.
just like friendly cute, like, and he was just so just like happy to be there and hang out with us. Like, he wasn't like flirty or like trying to be
cheeks. Like that kind of cute.
I never like felt that, no. But he was just like so nice and genuine. And so basically we got to talking, and he was there alone. So
that's a power move.
Yeah, so we were like, why are you here alone? He was like, well, the rest of my friends didn't have as much time off as he did, because he is in the I think he's an aerospace engineer, is what I gathered. So I was like, oh, I'm an engineer too. That's so cool. And so, anyway, so then he just walked with us through the rest of the whole museum. And then my friend Carly wanted to get Prada sunglasses. And so she goes, so, like, I kind of want to go to Prada, but, like, I don't want to just leave him hanging, but I also don't want to, like, hold up the day.
Yeah.
So she's like, do you want to come to Prada with us? And he was like, yeah, sure. So we walk out of the museum, and I'm like, what were your plans for the rest of the day? And he was like, nothing. And I was like, oh, well, you could check off find 3 American girls in a museum off your list. It was so funny. And so then he like took pictures of the 3 of us. It was so nice. And then he came to Prada with us. And like, Prada was like a whole other experience, because I'd never bought anything designer. But since Carly bought something, we literally, like, while we were waiting for her, we were offered anything to drink.
Nice.
And we all got like really fancy water. I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. But anyway, and then we did like a little bit of shopping, and then we were like, okay, what are your plans for like the rest of the night? And he was like, nothing. And so we had dinner reservations at 8 or 8:30, I forget what time, but for only 3 people. So we were like, we have dinner reservations, so you can't come to that, but like, we can get a drink beforehand.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay. So it was like 4:30, and we were like, okay, meet us back in this spot at 6:30. And because it takes us like 2 hours, like, for all of us to get ready.
Yeah.
So we went back to the Airbnb, got ready for drinks and dinner, and then the spot that we told him to meet us at was like right outside our Airbnb, so we could see from the window. And he was there at 6:26. I was like, oh, it was so sweet. He just like showed up like by himself. He changed his clothes. It was so cute. I was like, oh, this man is just like
he's got nothing else to do.
Yeah, well, because if you think about it, like, of all the people that you could meet like on a trip, like, we could have blew him off. Like, he didn't know, but he just like went on a whim. So yeah, then we went out for a drink, and I had him, if you guys follow my TikTok, he was in a TikTok with us. I had him do the pasta and lobster TikTok, and he just like complied. He was like, yeah, I'll do it. He was just such a good sport about the whole day, just like hanging out with us. And then his flight was the next day, but we got breakfast with him before his flight, and then we had to go to the train station to go to the pasta class, and then he had to go to the train station to go to the airport. So we all walked to the train station together and said our goodbyes. And then we took like one selfie with him, and he posted it on Instagram.
Stop. That's so cute.
No, he was so sweet. And then he messaged all of us in a group message, and he was like, I'll never forget this. Like, thank you so much. I'll be back. I want to come to New York in the fall of 2024. So I'll let you know when I'm there. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, he was so sweet. So yeah, it was just like so cool to meet someone while traveling. Yeah. We met a couple other like really cool people too, but he was like, he stood out the most. Yeah. So yeah, that was that story.
Cool.
I know.
Well, guys, today's topic is kind of funny because this topic is complete opposites for Heather and I. So it's our dream wedding.
Wait, why is it opposite for us?
Because you are probably going to be married in like 2 years.
No.
And I'm like the farthest you can get away from
No. Who knows? You could literally meet the love of your life and get engaged and married in a year. That could happen.
Well, I'll speak it into existence.
Yeah.
But, so going off on manifesting everything in our podcasts, we're gonna talk about our dream weddings. I just thought about this from The Office. Wait, actually, way back to like 15 minutes ago when you were talking about the pasta class. Hags, have a grateful summer.
Have a grateful summer. Have an attitude of gratitude summer. We love
sorry,
that.
that popped in my brain and I had to say it before I forgot it. I don't know if you remember the episode of The Office where Andy was like planning his wedding with Angela. And
yeah, I actually
he was like,
do.
it's every little boy's dream to have a sailboat cake at a wedding or something like that. I was like, what? Every little boy's dream? Wedding?
That's funny.
I mean, boys can dream weddings too. It's just
yeah,
because it was Andy Bernard, it was funny.
Yeah, no, that is funny. Did you watch New Girl?
Up until season 3.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I know what happens.
Okay, well, Schmidt and Cece get married, and like Schmidt is like it's such a funny dynamic because Schmidt is like such a planner, and Cece's like not really, but. Well, then they had the whole dynamic of, like, she had to do, like, the Indian wedding thing. And then, but that reminded me of, like, Schmidt, like, wanting to plan and be, like, the type wedding. A.
Yeah.
But I think, like, boys, like, well, I don't know any, like, type A boys in real life. But on TV, they're, like, my favorite characters.
Yeah,
like, when they, like, plan everything. It's just so, I love it.
Yeah. So we kind of just threw stuff together, but it'll make sense.
Yeah, we're just gonna talk about like we can get as detailed as we want.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at planning. Like I was planning this out and I was like getting stressed because I was like I literally don't know what I want my wedding to be.
Yeah.
And there's like so many decisions that I'm like I have to make this with my fiance. So I'm like, but this is what if I were choosing and being selfish, like this is what I would do.
And like right now in my life.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna change. Okay, so mine, I definitely want it on a long weekend for some reason. So I was thinking like Memorial Day weekend maybe because I want it to be warm, and like 4th of July weekend sometimes is too hot.
Yeah.
So a long weekend.
Yeah. So like Labor Day, Columbus Day.
I could do Labor Day.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just one of my criteria.
Okay.
And then I think I want the colors to be navy blue and pink.
Oh, you've like always said navy blue.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely navy blue. I don't know what the other color, but definitely navy blue.
Okay.
I love it.
Nice. I want mine to be, I think I want like an end of August / like September wedding.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I have loved September weather recently. Realistically, like this is what I'm saying. Like my mom is a teacher, so I'm gonna want to do it in the summer so she can obviously come because she can't really like take time off if needed like in September. But this is like hypothetically,
Yeah.
and I don't have to make accommodations for anybody. I would love it in like August or September.
Yeah.
And then, my theme. I think I want like a floral, like pastel, like light multicolor theme. Like I don't want to stick to like 2 different colors, because every time I pick a color, like say I picked navy blue, that I feel like I would always go in like different variations of blue.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't like stick to one.
Yeah.
So I feel like I want to do just like pretty, like a light pink, a light purple, light blue, light green, light yellow, white, kind of like mixed in.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, and like flowers and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. For flowers, I definitely want baby's breath. I'm obsessed with that for some reason. Like that's
no, baby's breath is so pretty.
So pretty.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, and then for ring.
Okay.
Hint to gauge.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, did you listen to episode 10?
Yeah.
Listen now.
I literally know nothing about rings.
Yeah.
To be honest, I like only wear rings to fidget with them.
Really?
I don't wear them.
I got a Clauda ring in Ireland.
Ooh.
If you don't know what it's Clauda or Clada. I don't know how to pronounce it, but basically it's like 2 hands holding a heart, and then the one that I got is silver, and then the heart is my birthstone, which is peridot for August. But if you hold the heart pointing towards you, it means that your heart is like closed off, like you found love. But if you like wear the heart pointing away from you, it means you're open to love. It's like a traditional Irish ring.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
My dad's wedding ring is that
really?
It is. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, so I'm wearing it with the heart pointed away from me. No, just kidding. No, it's pointed towards me. But yeah, I got this in Ireland. But anyway, yeah, so you don't know what ring you want?
And it's like so hard because like deciding if it's going to be silver or gold.
Your wedding ring?
Yeah.
I always picture them to be silver.
Yeah, me too, but they make gold ones.
Yeah, I guess you could get any color you want these days. Some people get like I've seen like sapphire ones.
I want a mood ring.
Like some Okay, for my ring shape, I looked this up quickly on Pinterest, so my opinion is probably going to change like by the time it comes for me to get engaged, but I like the princess shape, round or cushion shaped. But there's also a shape that's like not one of those that I like, but I can't remember the name of it.
I don't know what the shapes are, but where it's like the gem, I like need it to be like covered. You know how sometimes they're uncovered? Not like there's nothing on the sides.
Yeah, I know.
That is so
yeah.
scary.
No, yes.
So
No,
scary.
it needs to be covered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs to have those things wrapped around the corners to
Yes.
hold it into place. Otherwise, I'm like,
Okay.
Cool. And for dress, I was like obsessed with Say Yes to the Dress.
Yeah.
So I definitely want an A-line. I don't want to call it like a ball gown, but like a more flowy dress with some tulle.
Okay.
But like, you know those like layered ones?
Yes. No, I don't know anything about wedding dresses either.
It basically looks like whipped cream.
I know okay,
Yeah,
yes, yeah.
Yeah, that's the kind of dress that I want.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
But I don't know what top, but yeah, definitely like a flowy A-line.
Okay, I kind of want like lace.
Mm-hmm.
But not all lace, but I kind of want the train to have lace.
Mm-hmm.
And have you ever seen the dresses with like flowers or like shapes like in the lace, like woven into it?
No.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I want.
Ooh.
But I don't know if I want it like fitted. I don't know like what type yet. I just like I feel like I try it on and I know.
Yeah.
I actually am like dreading trying on dresses because I remember when I would try on prom dresses, like I like wanted to cry the whole time. I was just so frustrated.
My sister's getting married and I went dress shopping with her and she went in and was like, I want this type of dress, and tried on like a bunch of different styles and looks like that, and then she just tried on this other one that was the complete opposite. The complete opposite.
Okay.
And that was the one she fell in love with and got.
Oh,
So, like,
okay, good.
you might think, like, oh, I want this type of dress. But then when you go in person and, like, try them on, it's, like, going to be completely different. And that's what people always say on Say Yes to the Dress.
Yeah,
like,
they have an idea.
Yeah. They get, like, so frustrated. And then they
end up especially on shows like that, like...
the entourage is brutal.
Yeah, I feel like I'm bringing one person.
Yeah.
Like, maybe two, and that's it. Because I do this to myself all the time. Like, I'll like something, and then I still seek external validation. I'm like, do you like this? Do you like this? And if someone's reaction isn't like, oh my God, you're the hottest thing I've ever seen, I'm like, not good enough. And then it taints my opinion where I just need to, if I like it, I need to just roll with it. Yeah. Because it's your day. So.
Exactly.
Yeah. So for dress, I don't really know. Okay, what about like your... Well, where do you want it? We didn't talk about location.
I don't know what like a Virginia backyard.
So, do you want to go to Virginia? Or?
No, but just like a big, like, it doesn't have to be a backyard. It could be like a garden, or it could be like a vineyard, like that style where there's like trees and flowers. Yeah, but like not at the beach, just because I hate the sand.
Yeah.
Oh God. But then it could have an indoor part, but I'd like it all outside. But yeah,
yeah. Alrighty.
You get my vibe.
Yeah, I do. Okay, so for mine, I really want a destination wedding. So I feel like I'm going to hit a lot of points here, but basically I would, like, my dream is to have a destination wedding and it be like our close family and friends. And we go to like somewhere on the Amalfi Coast in Italy. And my dream, like my ultimate life goal would to be able to like pay for everyone's flight. To have the financial freedom to do that so that like everyone can come. But like if everyone's going to take time off for my wedding, like I want to like do that for them. Yeah. I don't know if that's going to happen. I told Gage that one time and he was like, you're crazy. Like, there's a lot of money. But I'm like, that still might be cheaper low key than having like a huge wedding reception. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know if that will happen, but, and then because it will be like such a smaller group, I would have like my sister Katie as my maid of honor, and then like that's it, because like then all my close friends would be there, so it would be like you guys are all bridesmaids because you're like there. Yeah. Because I literally always go so back, like not back and forth, but with my bridesmaids, I'm like, I have a lot of people that I consider close to me, so I'm like I don't want to leave anybody out. Yeah. So then I'm just like, well, if I have Katie and then I just invite like my close friends, then it's like perfect. Yeah. Because then everyone can be there and like part of the special day. So
I definitely don't want a big wedding party. And you run into like, if you have this person, then you have to have that person.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Like, I'm like, this is not Bible. This is just like what my ideal thing is. So.
Yeah. So this is also super important for my wedding. I just decided that Heather's sister Katie is gonna officiate my wedding. So Katie
she's literally finding out listening to the
pod. Just because I want everyone who's special to me to be part of the wedding in some way.
Okay.
But like I said, I don't want a big bridal party.
What would I do?
I would make you a bridesmaid.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Okay, cool.
I'd only have like 3 or 4 bridesmaids.
Oh my God, nice.
And my sisters aren't going to be in it, but I told them.
It's so funny.
Because then you run into like, I mean, this is different because they're my sisters, but like if your fiance has sisters, like, what if they really want them in the wedding and then you want to honor them? Like,
yes. Yeah, that's why it's just like, it's so hard. Okay. No, that's good. Okay, so let's get into like what we want to do for the ceremony and then the cocktail hour and the reception. Yeah. Okay. I'll go first.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just said I want it to be on the Amalfi Coast. So I want the ceremony to be like the water. You could see the water, but I don't want it to be like right on top of it, like up close, because I don't want it to be really, really windy.
Yeah, and then
like,
if you don't hear.
Yeah, so I want to like have a beautiful background with the water in the background. But I don't want to be like on the beach because I think that'll be too windy, and like my dress and like everybody else's dresses and makeup, like that's just too much. And then and just have it be like an intimate little quick thing. I didn't realize people could say their vows like privately, so I think I want to do that.
Yeah, me too. I want to.
Yeah, sing it in front of people.
If I was gonna cry, I wouldn't even say it on my wedding day. I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to mess up the makeup I just paid for.
No, exactly. And then for the cocktail hour, I definitely want to do open bar. And this is I would love to have like a wine tasting vibe, because it would be in Italy. Okay. So I would love to have like not like smaller glasses, but kind of just like everyone samples like different types of Italian wine, like maybe have a sommelier or something. Like, I think that'd be really cool. Yeah. But the drawbacks with that are wine makes people tired, and I like don't want people to be tired like right before the reception. So yeah.
That is so funny, because for my cocktail hour, my signature drink
is what?
Is tequila and Celsius.
It's like so the opposite. Now I understand why you said like, but this is the opposite for us, because it really is. That's funny.
I would do tequila and Celsius. Back to my ceremony. It's gonna be like 10 minutes tops. I'm not even gonna spend money on chairs. Like, stand or bring your own chair. Like,
BYOC.
Yeah, because 10 minutes, I'm not spending money.
Yeah. That's true. Where would it be? In the same place in the backyard?
Yeah. And maybe find like makeshift chairs or something. But I mean, I don't have that big of a family, but I mean, I do have a lot of friends, so I don't know. I was gonna say it would be a smaller wedding, but but yeah, BYOC, stand for 10 minutes. Like, I just want in and out.
No, that's good.
Part.
Okay.
But yeah.
And then what about your cocktail hour?
So my cocktail hour, like, I think it's so unfair that all your guests get to go to the open bar and you're going and taking pictures.
I know.
I get that's the point of cocktail hour, but I want to hang out with people.
Wait, yeah, I have a question. So, you know when people... Would you ever consider, like, doing your wedding photos, like, at a separate time?
Yes.
I want to do that.
But, okay, here's the thing. Literally, the only reason I would get hair and makeup done by, like, a professional is for the pictures. So, like, I wouldn't want to book it twice. So, I would consider it, but then... Do you, like, not get it professionally done on your wedding day? But then there's still going to be pictures of the ceremony and reception.
And then it's like, I don't know if I want to wear my wedding dress 2 times.
Yeah.
But it's also like, I'm spending so much money on a wedding dress.
You'd
like,
have
I should
to, you have to wear it after. Because you're... you'd have to do it after. But maybe you could do it after your honeymoon, so you're like tan, depending where you go.
I just feel like after the honeymoon, I'd want to be like done.
Yeah, so I don't think I would do that.
Yeah,
I think I would like be chugging tequila Celsiuses in my pictures.
Yeah, no, just because I'm thinking like, so much of your wedding day is photos.
Yeah, so
much. And sometimes you don't even get photos with everybody.
I know. Well, this brings me to the reception part. I saw this thing on TikTok because, my friend Mackenzie is also getting married, and I'm a bridesmaid.
Yeah.
So I have 2 weddings that I'm a bridesmaid for.
I know, that's so exciting.
Yeah. And so I'm on like bridal TikTok, and I saw one thing that when people go up to get food from a buffet, that they take pictures then. I think that's a really good idea.
Oh, like so, right before they get food.
They call like table 2, and then table 2 goes.
That's
and
smart.
The groups take pictures.
It has to be in a good lighting. Yeah. Like photo. That's so smart.
I know.
Yeah, because then you guarantee like you get photos with everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I also want to have a videographer.
Oh.
My mom said, I don't remember if she got one or if she said that's her biggest regret. I forget. But she said like you have to have a videographer. which I really want. That'd be really cool.
Yeah. And then for my reception, are you gonna have buffet or sit down?
Well, if I'm going to be in Italy, I want it to be Italian food.
Okay.
So I didn't actually think about buffet or sit down until right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like I'm going to do sit down probably because
Yeah.
if it's going to be a smaller vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing about the smaller vibe is like I want people to dance and like have fun, and I feel like that's more fun with more people.
And
I
Heather,
just
you
thought about
know
that.
we still will.
No, okay,
Yeah.
true.
We've in bars
Yeah.
in Rhode Island. We've been like the only 4 people on the dance floor
No,
in front
that's
of
true.
a huge
Okay,
crowd of
true.
people. So-
Yeah, but I feel like I would do sit down because, well, when I went to Italy, they do like antipasto, and then they do pasta, and then they do a main course.
Oh right, yeah.
So I feel like I would kind of want to do like keep that tradition,
Yeah.
and then maybe have like a dessert table with like cannolis and gelato.
Yeah. Yeah, I think buffets are so good, but like the roasted potatoes, but then they get kind of cold by the last person. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
What
are you gonna do?
Also, I don't know. I think I'm probably buffet because then you could just choose like random stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm also gonna walk out. I already have it planned and like half choreographed. To I Got a Feeling. by Black Eyed
Nice.
Peas.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna have a DJ, but like this DJ, I'm gonna be like a bridezilla to him. Like,
Yeah.
you play this when I tell you to.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have a 1D power hour where it's just like One Direction
the whole
and solos. Yeah.
Nice. That's such a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoever I marry, they can have like an hour of whatever they want, but
Okay.
1D power
Yeah.
hour.
Oh my god, nice. So for my reception, I want to do like an indoor outdoor vibe. So like you could go outside if you want, but like the music is kind of inside.
Yeah.
And then I want to have a live band. Like I want it to be
yeah.
live music, but I give them like songs to play.
Yeah.
Because I just love the sound of
Live
music.
Yeah. I want too many different songs, so
fair.
yeah.
My cousin Olivia had like her wedding was so great. She had a live band, but they played all like fun music. They just like did covers of it, but they were really, really good.
Yeah.
And then hers was also like indoor, outdoor. So like the music was indoor, but then you could go outside for like dessert or like coffee or whatever you want.
Yeah.
It was so
Ooh,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I liked
Fun.
it.
And then last, what about your honeymoon?
Okay, so my honeymoon, I think because I'll be in Italy, I just want to fly to Greece. But like just the two of us.
Yeah.
And then but like the rest of my wedding guests can like stay in Italy or go wherever they want to, but
yeah.
like me and my husband will go. I would love to go to Greece, to like an island in Greece and have like a relaxing vacation because like this most recent Europe trip I just went on was so awesome, but it was like really exhausting.
Yeah.
And like I do not want to have like an eventful honeymoon, if that makes sense. Like I just want to chill. So I want to go to like a beach in Greece and just like do nothing or do like I don't know if Greece does all inclusive because I've never been there, but I just want to like lay and like sip cocktails and then maybe like go to a nice dinner or like go on a walk at night, but like that's it. Like I don't want to do a lot on my honeymoon. Why? Is yours the opposite? What's yours?
I said mine will be somewhere tropical.
Okay, nice.
And it has to have excursions because I can't sit still. Like I can't just sit there right now. So I want to be doing something like every day, every hour of the day.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah. So literally
We're
opposite.
so opposites. Oh, that's so funny.
But yeah, something to just keep me busy.
Yeah.
And then
well, I could do an excursion, like go on a boat and go snorkeling or something. Like that's fun.
Yeah.
But just to be on the go and like walk as much as I did, like I do not want to do that on my honeymoon. But okay, yeah. Anything else?
No,
that you could think of?
That's really
There's
it.
probably so many more details that we just aren't aware of, like floral arrangements, invitations.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even want to think about it. Like seating charts. I don't know. That'll be
Weddings
just be so
always
crazy.
bring drama.
I know they always bring drama,
Yeah.
but it's
It'll be
okay.
yeah.
Life drama makes the world go round.
Yeah, unfortunately. I love it when I'm not involved.
Yeah, other people's drama, I'm like, give me the popcorn.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. I think that wraps up today, folks.
Today's long story short, to wrap up, I think this is going to wrap up all 10 episodes.
No way.
Guys, start a podcast with your friend because you will manifest your life.
No, you will.
I'm telling you.
Or honestly, if you don't even start a podcast, just talk to your phone. Like,
Say
record
it
yourself
out loud and record
Yes.
it, and it will happen.
Yes.
It will happen.
No, literally. But yeah, thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Don't Get Me Started Pod. Please rate and leave a review. And if you guys are feeling generous, we would love if you shared your favorite episode to your story to get us some more listeners. We would
Spread the word.
love that.
Word of mouth is super, super important. So don't forget about
like
us.
we said,
week
gossip
after
and
week.
drama makes the world go
Yes,
round.
yeah.
But yeah, thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next Monday.
Bye.
Bye.